1 minute to places. 1 minute. Hi everyone, I'm hearing that we have some audio issues. I'm just going to restart QLab. It'll take a second.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joshua William Gelb, and welcome to Theater in Quarantine. It is
All right, everyone, I just switched out the batteries. Maybe that'll help.
a different mode. I'm gonna stop this. No. Okay. I think we should probably stop. Let's see if I can go to another view. What's not working? My guess is Katie Rose called and we lost our connection.
Hello?
Hey. Or it just never connected again. But it was connected, so I don't know what happened.
Katie Rose called me.
Oh. Well. Oh, there it is. Hey. It connected again.
Are we live?
Yeah. Maybe here. If I do this. There we go. Hi, everyone. Sorry, it looks like we're having problems and people are having trouble accessing me in a show about having trouble, which is beautiful. I'm fine, I promise. Though I'm sure you heard me screaming. I think we may have it solved. I don't know if it's worth doing at this point. We still have 19 people here, which might be more than we had at the 7 p.m., which went pretty well. So I'm happy to try it again from the top with the knowledge that you're going to hear the same exact speech over again. And hopefully things will loop correctly, and you'll have my camera this time, which has now reconnected. So long as no one else calls me. No one. Great. Let's take it from the top. All right. Thank you all.
Sorry, all Isadora's being, we'll see how we do. All right, we appear to be back. Everything appears to be working correctly. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joshua William Gelb, and welcome to Theater in Quarantine. It's June. What? 10th now? Wow. Yikes. And it is 7 o'clock here in New York City. Thank you for joining me for the 9 o'clock problem, written by Dan O'Neill. And I want to share a couple things before we get started. First, what you are about to see is live. This is not a film or a pre-recorded broadcast. This is happening right now in a closet in my apartment. Now, it's been over a year since I converted the closet behind me into the Theater in Quarantine, and along with my collaborators and co-creative director, Katie Rose McLaughlin, I want to say thank you for tuning in and helping make this project a huge success. If you like what you see tonight, feel free to give us a donation, big or small. You can do so directly in the chat or through the donation link on our page, which is still redundant and means nothing, but okay, we'll fix it. I'll just keep going. Any and all proceeds will go directly to the artists whose work you're about to see tonight. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all things TiQ. Now is the time that I must also mention that tonight's production of a new work titled The 9 O'Clock Problem has in fact been something of a ruse. Is that the right word for it? Can we let's revisit that later? So instead, and I'm excited about this, well, those of you who followed the early days of Theater in Quarantine may remember an informal poll that I put on Facebook to gather input as to, what play or musical I should attempt by myself in the closet. And Cats won, but I'm not doing Cats. The second runner-up, however, was Noises Off. And so without further ado, yes, we're doing it as a culmination of sorts. We've determined the limitations of the closet, and we think this will put this to the ultimate test. So, okay, I think we're almost ready. The show will be approximately minutes. If you want to say hi after the show, come stick around. We'll have a brief chat about our process and the work. Let's get started. I'm going to take a brief 1-minute break so I can get into places. Thank you again, and enjoy Noises Off.
All day. My housekeeper, yes, but this is her afternoon off.
Wow.
We got the place entirely to ourselves.
Wow.
Hello? Anyone at home? So, what do you think?
Great. And this is all yours?
Oh, just a little shack in the woods, really. Converted posset mill, 16th century.
All these doors.
Oh, just a handful, really. Study, kitchen, and a self-contained service flat for the housekeeper.
Terrific. And which one's the...
What?
Well,
Oh, through here.
Fantastic.
Only now I've lost the sardine.
Will you hold on, hold your horses? Oh, Lord love a duck, shut up! I'm on my way! Oh, it's no good you going on. I can't open sardines and answer the phone. I only got one pair of feet. Hello? No, Mr. Brent's not here. He lives here, yes, but he don't live here now because he lives in Spain. Now, she's in Spain too. They're all in Spain. Am I in Spain? No, I'm not in Spain, dear. I look after the house for them. I go home at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday. That's where I am. understand. If it's about flipping the house, you'll have to ring the house agent, for they're the agents for the house. Squire, Ackerman. What's the other one? No, they're not in Spain. They're next to the phone in the study. Squire, Ackerman. Hold on. I'll go and look. It's always the same, innit? Soon you take the weight off your feet down, it all comes on your head. And I take the sardines. Now I leave the sardines. Now I take the sardines.
You leave the sardines and you hang up the phone.
Yes, right. I hang up the phone.
And you leave the sardines.
And I leave the sardines.
You leave the sardines.
Oh, yeah, I hang up the phone and I leave the sardines.
Anyway, it's not midnight yet, and we don't open till tomorrow. So you're holding the receiver.
I'm holding the receiver.
Squire, Hackham, and...
I'm hanging up the phone. Always the same, ain't it? Soon you pick your feet up in 2 minutes, or immediately it all comes... You have a housekeeper, yes, but this is her afternoon off. We've got the place entirely to ourselves. Hello? Wow. Anyone at home? Okay. Sorry, everyone. We'll have to go back a cue. God, Isadora's really been a tad temperamental today. This won't take a minute. You know, what do you think? Great. It's all yours. Well, just a little shack in the woods, really. Converted Posset Mail, 16th century. All these doors. Just a handful, really. Study, kitchen, self-contained service flat for the housekeeper. Terrific. And which one's the... What? You know. Oh, through here. Fantastic. Only now I've lost the sardines. Ah! Oh, fuck. Okay, we are, we had this echo. Sorry. Again, I'm gonna reset this. You should be able to continue on. Keep house for the flat service, ain't stuff can kitchen, all the full and just a insurance, 16 sick mail, convert if you can leave, all your fucking chat, little just, thing. Oh, what? No, but how do you want to? So, I said to a house and place, not the no, in your office. Yeah, keep house. You have a housekeeper, yes, but this is her afternoon off. We got. Okay, hold. Hi. Yeah, we're still going on. Yeah. Yes. No, I know. Look, I don't know why I get so upset. We're going to call this show the 9 o'clock problem, because when I drink between shows, I get a little rowdy. So, maybe we could start a little early on that tonight. No, I'm not going to say that the night of the show. Okay, let's go at it again. Terrific. And which one's the... What? You know. Oh, through here. Fantastic. I've lost the sardines. Ah! I thought there was no one here. I'm not here. I'm off. Only it's the royal, you know, the horse race. So they wear those hats all covered in fruit. Who are you? I'm for the agent. The agent. Squire, Ackerman, Dudley. Walking here like you owned the place. I thought you was a burglar. Oh, no, I'm here to go into a few things. Do one or two odd jobs. Client. I'm here to show a client the house. What the... Hold! The loops didn't catch right. This is not going to work. Sorry. Everybody, I'm sorry. This is... You can't slam a digital door. And this is our fucking problem here. See? Is it funny when I do this? We have a door. We have a fucking door. It's right over there. It's a completely pointless, useless door.
Oh, let's take a break. Maybe 10 years. We'll meet back in Zoom in 10. Okay? The doors don't work. No, I don't know. I mean, I've tried it all. We could reset it all again, but it just keeps happening. And look, I don't know why. It's not the program, I don't think. Look, where we're at with this now is that we have broken it all to the extent that it can be broken, beyond the point that it can be fixed.
Well, people do like it when it breaks. They're into the glitch.
But why?
It makes it seem there's no apparent risk. It's dangerous to be live. You know?
Purpose would be, a hat, on a hat, on a hat. The whole pile of hats.
It could just all be hats.
Well, yeah, I could just try on a bunch of hats. But, okay, no, wait, let's look at something. Like, there's the television, right? Or was it here? We have the footage, obviously. That was the most live that it can get.
Did it make you feel alive?
It made me feel, well, alive, since I could have been dead.
I don't think that's what people are asking for when they say they want liveness.
Isn't it, though?
No one wants to see someone die.
Because it would be what? Traumatizing to the person watching? Not to mention the person dying, but okay, let's unpack this more.
Do you feel alive?
Yes.
Right now?
Yes, I feel alive right now.
Why?
Because I'm living and breathing and thinking.
When don't you feel alive?
I'm always live to myself. My experience is entirely live.
So what makes it not live?
Nothing. I'm always alive, and that's part of the problem. Because, yes, okay, I do crave the latency, maybe.
Latency, yes, okay, but
Well, you know about the latency problem, right?
with regard to performing, yes.
Yes.
Whatever you're doing in order to make it a performance, has to be broadcast elsewhere.
Right.
Otherwise, it's
What?
What if it's not broadcast?
Oh, it's just something I could try to, like, tell someone about later. It's only live to me.
Sure. So what we're talking about is how to be live for other people. But when you do it in there alone, there's a latency. It takes about 28 seconds for what you're doing live to become live in the elsewhere that contains the audience.
Sometimes it's less, 20 seconds, whatever, 28 works.
Which is due to this transfer of data, the speed at which data can move through various servers and appear elsewhere.
Basically, yes.
So all it takes for something to no longer seem live is, well, it's in the transfer. You turn yourself into data. Data moves through space, reconstructs itself on a screen somewhere, and now it becomes a reconstructed performance of what you were doing 28 seconds ago.
Yes.
And 28 seconds appears to be long enough to lose the immediacy of the moment.
Apparently.
Unless something goes wrong.
Apparently.
Wrong to the extent that the duration of latency consumes the performance. Wrong enough that the data transfer is no longer possible. Wrong enough that you cannot go forward.
Possibly.
So, liveness is the constant possibility that you'll have to go back and do it all over again.
When in fact, actual liveness, I mean, being alive and in the moment, means you can't go back. You've said the thing. You can't take it back. You've ordered the fish. A mistake. This isn't a fish place. Why order the fish? But it's done. I mean, there's no going back. That's...
Yes.
So there are these two realities working in opposition to create...
You're between.
Between being live and being not live.
But you can only live at the breaking point for so long before it becomes...
Sure, just say it.
Latency also means the state of existing, but not yet being developed or manifest. Concealment.
Okay, that's not what I expected you to say, but...
It does seem like there's some concealment at play, though.
Wait, the data transfer conceals my...
No, not just your... Maybe it's
The set? Like the materials?
the artificial surroundings, the aspect of
Everything that makes it seem like more than just...
a man in a closet by himself.
Right.
It's not you that needs to break. It's the artifice that surrounds you.
And when the artifice breaks,
It feels live.
but without the artifice,
It would just be...
a man in a closet by himself, with no doors to slam. I'm hungry now. I think I'll order a pizza. You want to order a pizza too?
Pizza sounds good.
Let's order it at the same time. Measure the latency.
The time between the pizza being ordered and the pizza being delivered?
Exactly.
It's going to be longer than 28 seconds.
One can only assume.
I just went downstairs for the pizza, and I found this big box there instead, but it was addressed to me. And so I carried it back up, and it wasn't a heavy box, but I feel out of breath. My heart rate's up. I'm just so out of shape, is what I'm thinking. But out of what shape exactly? What shape was I before? I was in this shape. And does that mean I haven't been live? Or let's use a continuation of the idea that I haven't been living? I've been alive this whole time, but have I been living? What's changed between then and now? Why can't I remember what the feeling was? The feeling I would have when I felt living. Oh, I do feel sluggish now. Latent. A door is something you use to get out of the place you're in now. And I've been actively looking for doors. Seeking an exit strategy. But the reverse might be more of what you're experiencing right now. You're looking for a way back in. This is definitely not the funny version of doors.
No. This has been a longer than intended break. I was hoping we were going to be able to use it productively, care for whatever needs might have arisen, hydrate, or build something new, solve a problem, have an epiphany, or just catch up on something.
Some of us did all those things already. Yet the break wasn't over. The break continued on. And we did all those things again until they were just another loop, behavior. And for some reason, because there was no end to the break, the things became less and less important until they were rendered entirely meaningless. But the funny thing, no, scary thing, not funny, was that so far nothing has replaced those things in our lives. And so now we need the break to be over.
But I haven't finished what I was working on. Did you open the box that wasn't your pizza?
Not yet. See, I'm going to put some of my things in it. The things I need to keep going. And then I'm going to put it somewhere so that it is there for me when I need it.
Somewhere like where?
Closet, maybe?
Are you ready to go
More
now?
than ready. But I haven't decided yet what to put in the box.
You haven't even opened the box.
Right.
Because you don't know what to put inside it once it's been opened.
Otherwise, it's just another empty box. Did your pizza come?
Yes.
How was it?
It was great in the moment, but now I'd have to say it was somewhat forgettable. All of this is about to become irrelevant, of course. Liveness as a condition people craved at a time when their options were limited. Habits were upended.
New space
We were in
entirely
this
of their
new
own
space,
creation.
entirely
It was
of our
fun
own
for
creation.
A while.
It
Was
was
it?
fun for a while.
Until it became boring, and after it became boring, it became painful, and after it became painful, it became unbearable, and after it became unbearable, I found ways to numb the pain, and after the pain was numb, I didn't feel it anymore, but only if I kept repeating the loop that lessened the pain, which was obviously not a healthy loop. So now I need to break the loop, to go back to the feeling, but I don't want to experience the pain, and so it has to be a different liveness, a new source of, or The sources I use to cope, to get by during this time, need to be radically discarded in order to survive and later, one hopes, get back to something more like living again.
I have always been under the impression that theater was about remembering.
I can see that about you. But going forward, I think it's about forgetting. At least for a while.
And it was all a bad dream.
No.
He pops out of bed, and it was all a bad dream.
I won't entertain this thought even for an instant.
Wait, narratively or like more of an overarching?
Either or.
How long are for dreams, would you say?
There is a latency quality to a dream, like an echo. You forget it almost as soon as you wake up, or it comes to you later. Dreams as the equivalent of a latent
It was all a bad dream.
You got stuff done. Worked all night. Never took the time to sleep in the first place. It's unclear. Why don't you do a hard reset, and then we'll start again and find out.
Okay, we're doing a hard reset, everybody. Hold on to your hats.
Ooh, did we need hats for this?
Getting mine right now.
I don't think we mean literally.
But I never get to wear this hat.
I love that.
Oh, it's so great.
It does look good, actually.
So what's different now?
I think we're just hoping the changes worked.
What did we change?
Just a little here, a little there.
A tweak.
Should we have changed more?
How much can you change in one break?
Not too much, honestly.
Hold, please.
This would all be easier if there wasn't a snowstorm outside.
Dude, it's June. Where are you right now?
So, and this is real, I think the firemen are outside and maybe there's a fire.
Where?
The internet could really...
We just had an issue with copyright infringement, so can you just hum it?
All the comments are spam and I keep wanting to respond to them anyway.
Did you just sprain your ankle?
Only a little bit. Let's keep going.
From where?
I mean, God, this is obviously wrong. This isn't even the right show, so... let's do a door slam.
But we don't have a door.
Yeah, I thought we cut the door.
The sound of a door slamming. How about?
Can someone just...
Slam!
On the nose much?
Bang!
That's more like a gun.
Should it be? Should it be more like a gun?
No, I don't think so.
Kablam! Kablooey! Slam! Slam! Slam!
Ah! Oh! Oh!
Holy fuck, is that...
That was the TV.
Shit. Oh, shit. Shit.
Are we seeing this in real...
I'm on my phone now.
Oh, but he's up.
He's up. He's bleeding.
We should stop. We should stop this right now, right?
How was supposed to be holding it up? Can we...
No, do not reset. This needs to be...
I'm fine. Really?
You're not fine.
Go get some water or something.
Or like a bandage.
No, I'll wear a hat.
No hats.
It's really not part of the show anyway.
We need to make sure that it's bolted or screwed or...
What if there was a door?
Doors are cut.
Why?
Not delivered in time.
Shit. How are we gonna...
Hey, I'm here and I'm ready, but what show are we
Oh
doing?
man, he's really got a concussion or something.
You should go somewhere and get that looked at, dude.
Yeah, seriously. Get it checked on before we...
Before you.
Before we all.
Move forward.
Seriously, I'm fine. I'm resetting. Play the music, please. Play the music!
Is music playing? Can anyone...
My audio's fucked.
I hear it.
Okay, yeah, me too.
You have to go to another screen and click a...
Oh, it's like a sub-menu.
Share computer audio.
Oh.
Are you blind when you're born? Can you see in the dark? Can you look at a king? Would you sit on his throne? Can you say that your bite is worse than your bark? Are you cock of the walk when you're walking alone? Because jellicles can, angelicals do. Jellicles do, angelicals can, angelicals do, angelicals can. Angelical cats, angelicals can, angelicals do it.
Is this the show now?
I guess we're doing cats.
Will there be buttholes?
I can program a butthole, but no, we're not doing cats. Was I doing cats just now?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
I don't know noises off well enough.
Did you even read the script?
Yeah, it was sent out like a day ago.
I've been doing other things though, so.
Just watch the movie you can get on
Amazon.
Amazon. Is he talking right now?
I can't hear him.
His mic is off.
Your mic is off. He can't hear us either.
Someone should call maybe.
I'll text.
His phone's turned off though.
Okay. I just need some clarification on what the show is.
Are we going back?
Oh, that's great. I can hear again.
I still can't.
Yeah, there's a sub menu.
I'm on a tablet.
Then I have no idea, honestly.
Should I move forward? Hold! What the fuck? Hello? Like everyone's frozen. Can you still hear me? God, is anyone still watching? Yes. Hello, it's Joshua William Gelb, and welcome to Theater in Quarantine. It's June 10th and well past 7 o'clock here in New York City. I want to take this time to thank you for tuning in, joining me for the 9 o'clock problem written by Dan O'Neill, except, is my internet out? Unless it isn't, unless this is happening, in which case, wait, okay. Oh, hold on, I'm getting someone on the line here. I'm just going to be, yeah, hi.
Hello, and thank you for calling the customer service line here at Spectrum. How can I be of assistance?
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
There's no echo or delay between...
No, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. I think I'm having an internet problem.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, I don't think anyone's... I don't think the internet's working.
Have you reset the router and checked the modem?
I mean, yes, I've done these things so many times. So, well, can you check? Because I'm in this weird, I'm doing this live show or was rehearsing for I'm not actually sure if we're performing or if we're, can you go online, like right now?
You want me to go online?
Yeah, just go online and Google the following.
I'm just going to look it up here by your account number.
Yeah, okay, sure. It's, hold on. 33249802338.
0248?
No, 0238.
Okay, I've got it pulled up. Thank you.
Well, I guess what I need to know is if the server is transmitting any of this to anyone. Look, I know it's not a lot to ask. There's
no blizzard.
Well, there was once a blizzard.
The atmosphere at the moment should not be an issue with this connectivity problem.
So there is a problem. Okay. Hey, that's something. Can we fix it? Ideally by the 9 o'clock hour, because I'd like to... Oh, what time is it?
I'm actually watching your show right now.
Which part? What? Well, no, you can't be, because we're not broadcasting. Oh my God, have we been?
You're on the phone with the service rep, and there's this... Is that a closet?
Yes, it is. Yes.
And there's a person in the closet.
Well, yes, that's me on the phone with you.
And there's another person in the closet.
No, that can't be right because...
There's definitely another person in the closet. This show is great. Okay, Mr. Gelb, I do actually see an issue here, so I'm going to take a few moments, and then we are going to do a hard reset and see if that fixes the problem. Does that sound okay? Are you still there? Okay, I'm going to go ahead with this, and after it all goes down, you have to wait 28 or 30 seconds or so before it all comes back online. By then, you should be fine. By then, everything should be fine.
KR, can you just say 3, 2, 1, and then everyone clap, and it'll be all a little off, but it'll be at least useful.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Gosh, what is this towel of yours? Are you attacking?
That's my cat's unitard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I just love that you're wearing it.
I've been spending a lot of time in it today.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, should that entire section just be like, actually everyone gets really close?
I love it.
Yeah.
Great. And so, and I.
Wait, not quick. Okay. Wait. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do over. Okay.
Talk of the walk. When you're walking alone, because jellicles can and jellicles do. Jellicles do, jellicles can, and jellicles do, and jellicles can. Jellicles, cats, and jellicle cats. Jellicles do it, and jellicles.
Hold, please.
Is this the show now?
Hello everyone, I am Joshua William Gelb, and I'm standing here
With Nick Lehane.
That's Nick Lehane, who is, in fact, the first performer to be here in the closet with me. And we're so thrilled to have him. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, man.
Oh, man, we did it. Thank you all for sticking it out. Truly. For what ended up being a pretty Well, what did you just call it?
Super meta.
Yeah, super meta performance. So we're gonna bring some people in. Yeah. It's these headphones are right there. I'll plug them in. We're gonna zoom in with some of the collaborators, and if you have any questions or thoughts, just want to vent with us, please put them in the chat, and we will talk to you here. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed, and I see mostly very friendly faces in the chat right now, but if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you're feeling like donating, donate. And if you want to know what we're doing next, in like a week and a half, actually, on the 21st, we have a Closet Works, a sort of special edition Closet Works at the Ann Arbor Summer Arts Festival. So Monday the 21st, and that very same night, but a tiny bit earlier, we are going to be being interviewed by Jesse Green for the New York Public Library, and I hope you check one or both of those out. And then we're going to take a little bit of a break because, it's summer. And what is digital theater this summer is part of the topic of conversation that we're going to talk about right now. I'm just going to make sure that my audio is routed correctly, and it looks like it is. So things might get a little choppy. They sometimes do in the chat, but bear with us. The audio should work fine. Here are the collaborators behind the 9 o'clock problem. Dan O'Neill, Katie Rose McLaughlin, and I am here with Nick Lehane. Hey there, everybody.
That was wild.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, friends.
How you doing?
Good. I like that that Nick's LaCroix matches the little bit of your unitard that's poking out.
Cats.
I feel like you're just really well coordinated, the two of you.
Which one's the cock of the walk?
When you're walking
You're
alone.
both the cock of the walk.
We're both. Hey, we did it. That
was like the realest show.
Man, yeah, but again, I just don't know. What's remarkable about it. So we turn the computer off between shows. We do all the resets: PRAM, VRAM, NRAM, all the RAMs, whatever. We do all of that. We had a fine first performance with one or two little glitches that have been bugging us, but every time we test them, everything works fine. Bizarre. And then we do this, we get in for the 9 o'clock, and suddenly everything just goes to shit.
Would you say there was a
problem?
A 9
Oh, yeah, there's a problem. And we, yes, we're using the phone or my camera in a bunch of different ways, which is part of the problem. So that is a little unreliable. But what I find deeply funny and bizarre about the entire situation is that when Isadora finally crashed and couldn't deal, and we just reset only Isadora, suddenly it was working just fine.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah.
I
mean, life is imperfect, I guess, right? You can't have it all.
Well, I mean, it speaks to a certain exhaustion point. I think many of us are having in life. My computer is certainly having.
Right.
The internet's having it, and we here at Theater in Quarantine are definitely having it. So, but we did it. Thank you, Julia. That's Julia, everyone. Julia is our intern, and has been amazing in hanging out here the past 2 weeks, couple weeks, because she was also involved. They were also involved in Little Hours. So yeah, hi everyone. How are we doing? What are we going to talk about?
You also did a whole almost half of a show that we didn't get to see. It's just so impressive, you two.
Yeah, it was a real dark version of Noises Off, though. So
I can only imagine.
Reset it.
Does it exist? Was it captured at all?
I don't think so. No, because the loops don't capture if they're not connected to the camera. So
okay.
That's why I was so confused why I wasn't hearing any of the loops, but I just assumed something. I just assumed we'd go on, but I wasn't getting any intel telling me.
Well, I have to say it was a very grounded and realistic performance that once you got it going, it was probably the most grounded I've seen it. I think that makes a lot of sense because you've already done it how many times today? 5, 8. But yeah.
Yeah. True. So true.
Is it still happening now?
Might be.
It might be somewhere, somehow, someplace. So should I be the hey, who has questions? If someone has a question, put it in the comments. If you don't have a question, we'll just talk for a while. That's what we do.
Basically, yes.
And everyone get a drink because we all made it together, and we appreciate everyone sticking around.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight and really pushing through till it's somehow working, which is just such a freaking fluke because you never know if it's going to work.
But okay, since this is what our show is about.
Yeah.
What happens when this happens live, right? The audience sits in the audience, right? But that's a different experience than sitting in your homes, being like, well, maybe I should turn it off. Like clearly, like I could just be streaming something that will happen like that.
But part of it too is that you don't know when you're in the audience of a theater. It's very clear if the show is happening or if it is not, unless it's like immersive or something. But like on your computer, like it could be your computer that's malfunctioning. It could be your internet. It could be Josh's internet. Like you don't know. So there's like a lot of like what is the thing that's going wrong, which I think leaves more of an opportunity for people to be like, oh, it must be my internet. I can't watch it. I'll go away. Versus like when you're in a theater where you're like, we're all in this together. Like we are physically all witnessing the thing that isn't working. Is my opinion.
Yeah, checks out.
Because it's real. It's real rough. I mean, I can't. It's worse where you are, but on our end too.
I want to ask the audience which sections felt the most live.
Whoa.
Oh, that's such a good question.
Like, did it register on that level? Were you like, oh, this part's like really live?
Put it in the chat. I did get a few I got a few texts from people being like, "Is the 7 o'clock up? Should I just watch that?" Well into the second section. So like, I think it seemed pretty live.
Shelly says, "How was that different from the 7 p.m.?" The 7 p.m. more or less resembled the rehearsals that we'd had, and it just started with the curtain speech. There was no glitching. That was not supposed to happen. The static was an actual technical malfunction. There weren't multiple resets. Once the show started, more or less, it resembled the 7 p.m. show, I think. There was like this weird thing that was happening on my end where like it was cutting off I think it was an internet issue where like little bits of text would get lost, but it didn't affect the overall functionality of the show.
Oh yeah, Sonia asked for that great line that Heather has at the end.
What was the great line?
Oh wait, no, sorry, it's not at the end. It's Nick's line. Dan, you should find that. What's that great line about constantly waiting 28 seconds?
Tricky, right? Like, yeah, the 7 p.m. just did it and did the show as intended, which is to say you go to a show called the 9 o'clock problem and, problems occur, but ultimately you stick it out because it seems to all be headed somewhere. And I think the problem with these kind of plays that go wrong is when they actually go wrong, it subverts our trust in the process a little bit.
Yeah.
And so we find we spend so much time trying to manufacture malfunctions. And I think we did some pretty good work on this one doing that because it's really hard and breaks the system. But at the same time, then when real problems occur that early in the game, over and over again, mirroring the exact same problems we're about to have, then we're kind of ripping. Yeah, it's like tearing the rug out, and it leaves us sort of like you don't know how to trust the production anymore. And that's just the sort of tricky truth of the matter.
Yeah, Josh and it was not pre-recorded until the last host because that was the closest I could be without there being weird feedback between.
Yeah.
So that was live.
Absolutely live. Nick in the bathroom. Yeah, liveness is the constant possibility that you'll have to go back and do it all over again. Yeah. I
do like it.
Good job, Ken.
Glitches.
They like it when it glitches.
Yeah. Makes it seem more live that way.
Yeah, but they only like it when it glitches for like 4 seconds, not when it glitches for 20 minutes.
But I mean, actually, everyone stuck with us. So,
Well, I know, but that's because they're really good audience members.
We love you all.
Yeah, we're very lucky.
Or maybe they like it when it glitches for more than 28 seconds because that's long enough to consume the. I don't actually have these lines memorized because we have in-ears. Yeah. I'm just trying to, troll
Should we
people
just
with his
do the
really
show
good
again
lines.
from memory?
Oh, that's a whole other.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Also, if any of our, I think at least a few of the Zoom cameo participants were here today, so thank you. You were awesome.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Dito and Afra were here for sure.
Ugh.
Afra watched both shows.
Afra.
Thank you, Afra.
Yeah.
Are the delays and glitches and
Oh.
freezes in this talkback also part of the show? What a
Such a
roast.
good question,
Such a good
Shelley.
question. No. Or
Shelley
No, we
is
have-
full of the good questions.
No, my computer just can't handle Streamlabs and Zoom, yet we insist on doing this all the time. But we do it because we've done it.
And it's what we do.
Oh, we should stop because these
We
things are
spend
terrible.
we don't sleep for weeks making sure the shows are perfect, and then the talkbacks were like, they're super glitchy, it's fine.
Yeah.
You won't be able to see us. You'll see like 1 frame per minute. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
fine.
talkbacks used to have, I think, a little more meaning in the early days, particularly now that we're
because-
competing again. It's
Yeah, right.
the talkbacks used to be a place where there was an actual feeling of like being present with people, and now it's
Relative
just
to
kind of
total
like,
isolation.
exactly.
Yeah.
And now it's sort of
Exactly.
become this thing that you can hang out for if you want to learn, if you want to talk. We're happy to answer anything you may have, but it's become slightly less essential in a weird way.
I actually disagree a little bit. I agree about the community aspect, but one of the other reasons why we always do these talkbacks is to like talk about how the piece was made, and for people to ask. I love that people are always asking like, is this part live? Is this part live? And for like Nick to be like, yes, and it's me in a bathtub with a blanket over my head, because that's how that's how it happens. That I think that we're constantly in a battle with proving our liveness, and these talkbacks are sort of the perfect opportunity because people can ask just like whatever little things stuck out to them. And I think actually for the most recorded stuff is kind of obvious. We try not to do it that much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we did it.
I have a final question.
Final question from Josh.
What is an experience you've had where that was kind of amazing and everything went wrong?
In a show or
a performance? A performance.
Like a performance of Cats where one of the performers accidentally put their unitard on backwards. Something like that.
It's classic. I know.
Or a show that did well. I'm like, I love a play that goes wrong. Like I love that show so much.
Yeah, but did something go wrong when you saw it?
No, I don't think so.
No, probably not.
But of course, I don't know.
I'm interested in like when things actually go wrong.
Yeah. It almost never happened. I feel like Katie Rose was working. I'm going to use the Katie Rose story because I wasn't even there. It was a dress rehearsal for an opera, and it was a costume malfunction where this tenor was supposed to be propositioning these 2 women, And what was the line that he sang? Because he's an opera singer.
I can give you what I want.
And his pants fell down at that very moment, like just to the ground, just boom. And this is
on cue.
Yeah.
I can give you what you want.
And his pants fell.
Pants fell down.
Beautiful.
It was the most amazing thing in the world.
That could have happened in front of an audience. There was no, there was no. The pants would have fallen at some point. It could have been when there was an audience there. It just happened to be not. But like,
and it's not like he was messing around with them either.
Yeah.
Like I did, like it wasn't an odd until they were around his ankle. It was amazing.
And I wish that would have been live because it would have been so amazing to witness, right?
Another Josh Gelb production. Was it? It wasn't the first show. It was maybe a preview or a dress rehearsal for Black Crook.
Oh yeah, preview. But we had critics.
And something. Yeah, we had critics in the house. Something went wrong with the sound, right?
The playbacks got jammed up for some reason. Yeah. And so so there was no music for a big dance number coming up.
And so what Josh did, Josh knew that was going to happen. We didn't really know, but we were like, oh fuck, I think this might happen. And then like in the moment, Josh jumps up on stage and is like, in this moment, there's supposed to be a dance number and it's great. And there's can, and like you start to like describe it. And then you're like, and it's not going to happen. And then we're just going to move on. And all the performers were like, okay. Like it was the most seamless, like everything is fucked, but we're just going to keep going. And like I feel like the audience didn't even register it.
Some people thought it was the show. It was not. Yeah. Do you have one?
The only thing I can think of, everything I'm thinking of is funny rehearsal stuff that like technically could have happened in front of an audience, but didn't. The only thing I can think of in performance was a show that I was in, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't. It was a run where I wasn't in it, like where it had come back a few times, and there was a total tech shutdown. It's a puppet show, a single puppet, and all the puppeteers are hidden, and there was a total tech shutdown of the live musician, and while he reset, the puppets acknowledged him for the first time and started like kind of waiting for him, and the audience like completely lost it, and it was this very long bit where. I believe Andy Manjuk was the head puppeteer, and his comic timing just like allowed for this like increasingly funny bit around what could have just been a hold, please. So opportunities.
Oh yeah. Well, the best one I ever, and Julia, we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julia.
There we go.
I'll wrap it up with my story. This is a classic. This was. I mean, Dan, we didn't even talk about Bear Slayer.
No, but no one knew what happened in Bear Slayer, so you tell yours.
No, I'll tell mine. This one was the very first preview of A Christmas Carol, the spectacular that ran at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, God.
For years and years and years and years and years, probably still running, who knows. But the very first preview, I was very young. It started, I think, 2 hours late. The climax of the show... It like stopped many times. The director would come out and tell jokes. And the climax of the show, of course, Scrooge, repents.
Spoiler.
Get that damn turkey, kid. And then it snows. And it's what you see in all the commercials is the snow. They had not figured out the snow quite. And so I think some kid like pointed into the sky and said, look, it's snowing. And an entire wad of snow the size of the orchestra just right on top of the audience.
No!
Right on top of it.
No! Boom! It's too good. You witnessed it with your own two baby eyes?
I witnessed that with my baby eyes. And that was
very good.
Hilarious.
I think that's the show.
So
there was once a blizzard, Josh.
There was once a blizzard.
There was
those of you
once a
who are still
blizzard.
with us, this has been Theater in Quarantine, the 9 o'clock problem, written by Dan O'Neill. This is Nick Lehane. So glad to have you in the closet here with me. Really, it's an absolute pleasure.
Man.
We've got the show coming up on the 21st check it out. We're working with an amazing musician, Kai 5, who's Detroit-based. It's the Ann Arbor Summer Arts Festival. We'll also be being interviewed by Jesse Green for the New York Public Library on the 21st, a little bit earlier, I think 5:30. So check that out if you like hearing us talk. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. And, well, anyway, enjoy the summer because we're going to take a bit of a break soon and figure out what quarantine means when we're